Hi everybody! Welcome to my first Animal Crossing YouTube video. I wanted to do a speed video of the beachside campsite that I had built on my stream, but just so it's a little easier for you guys to see. This is part of Heath Horizons Animal Crossing Design Off, and it's really fun. She allowed for anyone to participate, so I wanted to give a go at it. So the first thing I did was I needed a campsite, and I'm already using mine. So I decided to create a new character and use their tent home as my campsite. But yeah, as I went on with designing this, I was doing a lot of improvising, but I actually am very grateful that when I was younger, my mom shared a lot of stories with me of her teenage years, and she actually did a lot of beachside camping in her time. And she shared a lot of fun stories with me. She described camping and the beach in such a beautiful way. She said her and her friends would go and they would literally build a campfire, cook full-ass meals. Someone would even sometimes bring their guitar, they would sing songs, and then because it would get cold at night, sometimes they would bring powdered chocolate to make hot chocolate so they could stay warm, and it just sounded so cute. In one of these trips, my mom actually got her first kiss from my dad, and it sounds so romantic. My mom literally lived a rom-com, like an early 2000s rom-com. But yeah, so with those stories in mind, I grabbed many items as I could with that in mind. So as you can see, I got a surfboard, my dad was a surfer, got a little picnic basket, and here I am bringing out the little hot chocolates, the sandals, just thinking of things that match that. But because I only had the items in mind, you're gonna see a lot in this video that I rearrange things so much. But I feel like that's the trick when you're improvising or when you're decorating. You're setting down a solid foundation, but then you make tweaks as you go along. Here I'm setting down some paths because the sand looked a little bit empty. I know sometimes there wouldn't really be rocks at the beach, but I thought it was a nice detail. It just, added a little flair. And as you can see, going back to a solid foundation, I knew that I wanted a rock path here, but then seeing it like this, I thought it was too much, so then I decided to make it a little more scattered. Going back to the picnic blanket, I added a little frying pan to resemble the full meals that they got to eat. And I really like this hammock item. In the beaches back home in Puerto Rico, my mom said they would actually hang them on the trees, but this is as close as we got in the in-game. It'd be really cool if we could hang them from the trees. So now that I've got all the items that I wanted on my blanket, here's where the rearranging part comes in, because it didn't feel quite right. It actually felt a little bit too spread out, so I'm moving things a little closer together. It's funny, on stream, every single time I'm rearranging things, you can just, if you go back, you can hear me. I'm like, guys, I don't like it. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it. And that's literally how it goes. That's what happens a lot when I improvise. I have a picture in my head, but you know, when you execute it, sometimes it comes out a little differently, but it's a good thing. So because I moved all the items to the right a little closer together, I did like how close it was, but then I decided to remove some of the picnic blanket. That way it didn't seem there was just some excess hanging off. And then I just added a little fishing rod because a lot of my mom's friends would fish, and sometimes that would be the dinner that they cook over the fire, or whatever they caught. They would make it so much fun. I'm a little jealous. I don't have memories like that, but it's okay. And a little fun trick that I like to do when I'm decorating is I try to envision how I'm going to take a picture of it for the Instagram, and then that'll help me decide what areas need a little something. So back here was a little bare, so I just added a coconut tree and a cute garden gnome. And then also when taking that fake picture or using the camera, I realized that I wanted a little more stuff on the sand because it seemed a little bare. So here I am adding a sand castle. And there's not really turtles in Puerto Rico, but I mean, I finally got this toadstool and I was like, I have to use it. So, you know, you get to decide what to do with your island. That's the fun part of it. And here I am just adding flowers for decor. And struggling a little bit, but we get there, we get there. And this is I cut out a lot of me moving the sandals because I moved them around, like, I kid you not, 7 times. But here is the final spot where I put the sandals down. There's me again, checking with the camera. And I decided that I wanted to put a cute little welcome mat, and I have this for all my villagers' homes, but I thought it'd be a cute little touch that, you know, anyone who visits the island, if you want to camp out on the beach, feel free. Finally, now that the outside is mostly done, I switch back to that first character I created for the tent and I start decorating. Now this part I had fun with it. I'm really in love with the rattan set, and I think the white set of it just looks so beachy to me, and I thought it would match really nice, and it makes the tent look very bougie and fancy, and I don't know, I get a kick out of it. So I'm literally adding the whole set into this tent. And I just accessorized with some book stands, the little radio that actually came with the tent, and just some plants. Very simple, but I think in the end, quite beautiful. I swear, the plants just transform the place. I love the plants. And then because I found out you could use rugs in the tent, I decided to place this little mermaid rug here. And here's me enjoying what I just created. I was like, yes, I love it. And then the last thing I do right before I take a picture, I make sure I love absolutely everything, and I'll make tweaks if I have to. Like here I took off an umbrella I had put there, and I just decided the flower itself was fine. I cleared any path I didn't like, and yeah, here's the final result. And here's just me taking a picture at the end for my Instagram, which is at Happy Island Blog. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video.